Hello, guys. I am here with your extended message. This is for members only. I'm just going to start off here, you guys, with the few of the oracle messages that I pulled for you at the end of the reading. And we have deep sea diving, and this is one of the messages, advice, okay, from Spirit. Deep sea diving, looking deeper, right? Looking beneath the surface. So this says, way of the mystic. Learn through experiencing depths. Okay, so this is all about you not being afraid to go beneath the surface. Okay, and let's go ahead and read, okay, what this says here in the book here from the Healing Waters. Okay, so deep sea diving. The mystic wants to have a direct experience with the sacred. The sacred is everywhere and within everything. So every moment is an invitation to deepen the connection within. The mystic learns through merging with life, through experiencing things firsthand. Resonate with that very deeply. Through learning about what's known and then diving deep into what's unknown for the chance of a direct, intimate experience. Mystics are the sacred explorers of this world, both inner and outer, open hearted and minded. They're willing to journey into the uncharted waters in order to truly live. If you receive this card, it is likely that you're being called to learn through direct experience. Okay, you see how she's diving into the deep depths of the waters, and you see the light above the water. So she's going deep, deep, deep down to the bottom of this of the ocean or this water. Okay, so most learn through reading books and following processes. Hold on. No. If you receive this card, it's likely that you're being called to learn through direct experience, to dive in and explore things for yourself, like the Sumerian goddess journeying to the underworld to return completely transformed. The way of the mystic is not for the faint-hearted. But it's a way to truly live. Most learn through reading books and following processes. The way of the mystic is much deeper, more experimental and feminine. It requires faith and courage. It demands that you disregard external maps and be led from within. And while every step of the journey may not be clearly marked, the way ahead always emerges, and the transformation cannot be replicated. Perhaps you're in an uncharted place in your life or being called to embrace uncertainty. You're being called to the depths, and you will return transformed. Healing Waters affirmation. I trust my path. There's that word path. I mentioned that during the reading. I trust my path and choose to see the sacred everywhere and within all things. I follow the intelligence, that word intelligence that goes back to the intuition that's within me. The intelligence that is within you is your divine intuition, right? And again, you had that high priestess come up in the first reading, part one. Okay. So that, this is interesting. And I said that there, you're going beneath the surface because there's something there and you know it. Your intuition has known it all this time. You've just been scratching the surface because you've been dealing with the superficial part of the connection. But as you want deeper meaning in your connection, it's forcing you to go deeper. And you're wanting to experience that firsthand because it's going to push you, you know, faster. And it's going to push you faster towards what you really want and what you really deserve, right? It's going to turn you off from what you don't want, right? So let's move on to the next one, which was the Isle of Avalon here. I really like this one as well. The Isle of Avalon. And you see, this is all about healing, healing waters. It says healing, returning to wholeness and transformation. Okay. So this is beautiful stream. Okay. It's and there's beautiful, beautiful like archway of greenery, right? And going through this aisle, and this person is definitely alone, right? And they're laying in this boat. It looks as though they have this like shroud over them, right? And they're laying on the boat and they're traveling. And this is actually very beautiful seeing this. It just reminds me of a vision that I had. I do talk about it on my channel, Tarot Talk Live, but very beautiful, beautiful scene. But this is someone laying in a boat here. All right. And they're about to go or travel. It looks like they're about to travel down this covered pathway. And there's water, which represents healing. And we have another path here. Okay. It says legend says that Avalon was the island where Britain's mythical King Arthur was taken after being fatally wounded in his final battle. Listen, y'all, final battle and fatally wounded. First mentioned in Geoffrey of Monmouth's fictional The History of the King of Britain, 1136, I guess is when it was written. Avalon is said to have been ruled by the powerful enchantress Morgan Le Fay and her 8 sisters, thought by many to be high priestesses, who were widely renowned for their tremendous healing abilities. Okay, so ruled by the powerful enchantress Morgan Le Fay. Avalon was the island, and the island of Avalon was ruled by the powerful enchantress. Okay, Morgan Le Fay and her 8 sisters. Okay, Isle of Avalon. Okay, so listen. So her and her 8 sisters, so there's 9 of them, 9 high priestesses, okay, that rule this island of healing. Some believe that the Isle of Avalon, which is also known as the Isle of Apples and the Isle of the Dead, it is a mystical place of healing that exists beyond the veil. Others say that it exists in the physical. Avalon and its healing spring waters have been identified as Glastonbury in Somerset, southwest England, and even today pilgrims travel to the town. It's believed that this sacred place of healing was once surrounded by water and could only be reached by boat. This is a card of great healing and an invitation to see that your healing is an opportunity for great transformation or change. Okay. And we saw that with that death card in your reading as well. That perhaps the part of you that feel Okay, that perhaps the parts of you that feel as if they're dying are actually being born anew. And we saw that with the Fool card. Okay, maybe this healing journey, y'all, clock it, journey, path, we got journey and healing is taking you in transformation with the death card. And okay, taking you somewhere truly glorious, somewhere sacred, deep within, okay? Beneath the surface, not superficial. You're going to a place that is deep. You know what I'm saying? So you're not going to be able to be on any superficial surfaces. That's just not working for you anymore. You have ascended from that. Okay. So here's your healing waters activation. I surrender to my healing. I activate the sacred intelligence within the waters of my body. That's beautiful. I call in all the support that's most helpful. All right. This is God and the Holy Spirit. I believe in my ability to transform and heal. Well, if that wasn't absolutely gorgeous, I don't know what is, right? That was like powerful. That was absolutely powerful. So now we're going to look at Atlantis here. So going beneath the surface, right, to get to the depths of all of the feelings, right? Feeling all the feels, good and bad, so that you can experience everything to its fullness and better able to make the decisions that you need to make, right? So that's all about experiencing life, learn through experiencing and depths. And then we have healing, right? So it's almost like you're doing some deep soul healing here. That's what I'm saying. And now we have Atlantis. Okay, this is all about keeping the big vision. All right. And remember, I said seeing the bigger picture. Okay, seeing the bigger picture. Keep the big vision. Stay in alignment as you grow. And again, there's that word alignment, which that is where you want to be, or, especially where you want to be when you're manifesting. You want to be in alignment so that whatever it is you're manifesting will come to you and faster in the way it is supposed to come. All right. In his writings, the ancient Greek philosopher Plato described a great civilization called Atlantis, whose island home is the Atlantic Ocean, was a marvel of architecture. Its capital city was made up of a series of concentric circles separated by moats of water, and at its center was a temple dedicated to Poseidon, the god of the sea. You see that? There's a close up. Okay. Um, the Atlanteans were a highly advanced people who were very much tapped into and connected with the energy of the universe. They also harnessed the power of water and air in their technologies. Sound familiar? And practices. Perhaps this is where their tremendous psychic and magical abilities for manifesting their great visions into the physical came from. Interesting. Eventually, Atlantis's growth got out of hand, and its people became greedy and disrespectful. Does that sound familiar? A series of earthquakes caused the island to sink to the bottom of the ocean. And for millennia, people have been captivated by the legend of this lost civilization. This card is one of huge visions and promises. You have the potential to create great things in the world. However, it comes with a warning to stay in alignment when you grow, to create rather than produce. Don't get addicted to growth. Instead, stay true to your mission and inner calling. Don't just go where the numbers are, guys. Keep your heart intact. It always makes me cringe, even in places of employment and, you know, even dealing with, YouTube. Just being numbers based has never been a thing for me. Like sometimes it's like, okay, this many people watch, this many people like, this many people shared. Okay, whatever. If it's just one person, I feel like, okay, mission accomplished, you know? Um, and, you know, for what I do. Um, but that is because that is my own passion. It is my own growth that I'm interested in, and growth of others who may potentially be hearing these messages. Okay. And for them to take it how it resonates and do with it what they will, Yeah. So here's your soul inquiry. What are you being called to create? How can you focus on creating rather than producing? Okay. That means doing what it is you love, not what people like. Hello. Doing what it is you love and not just what people like. Okay. Because people's likes ebb and flow. One day they like this, the next day they like that. Do what you love the most at all times. And as you grow and as that transforms and changes, you transform with it. And then it says, how can you stay in alignment as you grow? Just like I said, do what you love. And as it transforms and changes, you transform and change with it. Listen to your intuition, do what you feel your purpose is, and stay motivated, but stay in that positive energy. You will know when things feel made up or not natural for you. Okay. So that is what I wanted to start with, you guys, because I didn't get a chance to really touch on that in the reading like I wanted to. And I thought it was beautiful and I wanted to share it. Okay. So, what is coming towards you, Cancer? What is coming towards Cancer? Now that you have gone beneath the surface, right? You have dared to travel there, even places where it may be difficult, right, to deal with certain truths or emotions. You did it. And, after being wounded, right, after going through this energy where you were wounded, now you are in the Isle of Avalon. So you've gone from that depth, experienced what you've had to experience. You've come out with some trauma, and now you're going on this journey of healing. And what's interesting is after the journey of healing or under the deck, we had the Atlantis card. So this is telling me that there is a bigger picture that you're not seeing, or there's something bigger that's happening. So stay in alignment as you grow. So you're about to things are about to grow for you, or something is about to come in. Some sort of a blessing is coming, but I feel like you can't see this right now. So let's see what is coming towards Cancer. Okay, what is coming towards Cancer? And I feel like that's why you're going through this healing right now. See, that's why you're going through this healing. This is the self-love card. Let's get one more. Okay. This card wanted to come out at first. Okay. It flipped over. I turned it back over and kept shuffling. Always go with your first mind. I'm going to put this card here first because it, like I said, it tried to come out. I put it back in. It was like, no, you can take me today. And then look, we have cope. So we have bad news, and now we have cope, and look, we have self-love. Under the deck, we have a firestorm and no strings. So there's going to be some sort of a disconnect from a chaotic situation. And then we have this romance card coming in. This is someone who's carefree. This is someone who is not in any stress, right? This firestorm and no strings. There is some sort of a chaotic situation that you are separating from, or you've disconnected yourself from this energy. You're no longer feeling this stress. Whatever that was being, whatever this drama is that was taking place in this firestorm energy here with bad news. I'm just getting the fact that it was always something, you know, with this person, with the connection, right? It was always one thing after another, whether this person was dealing with a third party energy or it was just drama that this person was causing. I feel like this was, you know, it was too much. It got to be too much, right? You had 10 of Wands in your reading, Cancer. So I know that this is someone that you have put up with for far too long. And with the cope card, right? This is already letting me know that it has gone too far with this person, because now you are, you know, with that coping energy here and no strings. Now there's a disconnect. Now there's someone who is, you know, wanting to cut ties because this person is in a lower frequency. Okay, this person is in a lower frequency, and I feel like, again, you have cut ties. There are no strings. You know, this person is having to deal with the fact that there are no strings as well. And why? Because of the wonderful things you does. You does. I love it. But yes, because of all of the self-love that you're giving yourself right now, you know, and perhaps there is a new romance coming on the horizon. All right? So this could be what is coming towards you. Like you're moving away from, there are no longer any strings attached. This karmic is about to receive some really bad news, basically. That is what is coming, right? Bad news is coming for this karmic. It says karma, drama, endings. Okay. This person is about to have a breakdown. They are about to lose it when they get this news, when they realize, right? Cope and no strings. They are having to deal with the fact that you have cut them off. Okay. So let's look at the tarot here. All right. Tell me about bad news and firestorm. Bad news and firestorm. Yeah, Four of Swords in the reverse. Look at this. And didn't I tell you this is all about advances not being welcome? Like you cut this person off, you know, they feel rejected and now they're pressuring you. This person may be calling you. I'm getting someone that is like frustrated, okay? And they're like continuing to call you over and over. It's like they can't get it. Like they don't understand. They can't but they can't get through either because you are cutting strings. Look, Three of Pentacles. See, they just want to work things out. And there's an energy of trying to go through a third party. I told you this. I said that there is an energy of this person trying to look, Page of Swords. See, they are going through some third party to try to reach out to you because they can't get through to you. With the moon, look at this. Piscean energy. Wow. They can't get through to you. Three of Pentacles with the Page of Swords and the moon. They are reaching out to another person for assistance to help them get to you. And with cope and no strings, yeah, they're not having a good time doing it either. Look at this Knight of Wands. See? They're literally getting very, very frustrated, right? Because of this. Under the deck, y'all, look at this. Five of Wands. This person is conflicted. They are seriously going through a lot of frustration right now. Look at this. Three of Swords, y'all. Five of Wands with the Three of Swords and the Page of Wands. This person is starting to blow up. That's why this person is calling you nonstop. That's why this person is either constantly, they're trying to either show up and cause drama because this person is going through this turmoil and they're mad now. They're frustrated, right? Because you're somewhere loving on yourself, right? Not paying them any mind. You have cut off the emotional strings. Y'all, I'm so sick of these stupid gnats or fruit flies, whatever it is. Yeah, but you have cut off the emotional strings. This person is no longer able to affect you. Period. Self-love. So let's see, in romance here. Look, the Judgment card. Okay. You have awakened. This is all about, yes, this is about karma, but I feel like more so this is about you reflecting and looking back and realizing that you deserve better. You deserve better. You deserve to be treated better. You deserve to not have to worry. You deserve to not have to stress. You deserve to not have to feel trauma and, drama every time this person comes around. You shouldn't, your blood pressure shouldn't have to go up and you shouldn't have to, there shouldn't have to be all this excitement. You should be able to relax and, you know what I'm saying? Not have to pay attention to things so much because you're not stressed out, not have to worry and look over your shoulder and keep your head on a swivel because you don't know what this person is going to do. Yes, always keep your eyes open. I'm not saying just like, not being wise, but what I'm saying is loving on yourself, not putting yourself in harm's way, not being around people that have a history of hurting you in multiple occasions over and over again. We have the High Priestess under the deck. This is all about using your intuition. Like I said, major arcana also, okay? Major arcana, Piscean energy. And we have the Six of Wands and the Hermit. See? Look at this. With the Tower, you are making, this is a whole new way of doing things, right? Because the Tower is an action card. All right. But what's happening is something is falling down, right? We have the High Priestess with the Six of Wands. So this is like ego, someone's ego, right? There's some divine intervention, and this is you. Your intuition has been talking to you. You have been talking to yourself, right? Spirit has been talking to you. You've been talking to spirit. So it all intertwines. My ears are ringing. You have been shining this light over yourself, right? Because that Six of Wands is all about, self, look at me, public attention, someone who is being looked at, okay? And someone who has an ego as well, but there's an energy of focusing on themselves. And with that High Priestess, this is what you're doing in a divine way. In a divine way, y'all. Look at that. Self-love. Focusing on yourself here, your intuition. And this card used to be called the Examiner, the Hermit. Okay, so you're examining yourself. You are, look, with the Judgment card, you're awakening and looking at yourself. This is all about self-reflection, self-evaluation. Y'all, this is beautiful. I love, 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 love what I do here. And look, with the Page of Cups, this is also someone who is really in their head, right? In their head. They're doing a lot of deep soul thinking. All right. That is gorgeous. So let's see what is coming towards you in the near future. What should Cancers expect in the near future? Okay, and we have joy. Okay, may you pursue what lights you up. And that is exactly what I just said. It's all about doing what makes you feel good, right? And you are about to go into a completely new way of thinking. And the way of thinking is that, does this make me feel good? Yes. Okay. We're in the right place and we're going to continue on this path, staying in alignment as you grow and go. Does this make me feel bad? Yeah, it does. Ugh, we better go in a different way because I don't want to keep feeling like this, right? So that is what you are doing in the near future, okay? That is beautiful. So let's see. Tell me about the distant future. What is the distant future? What is the energy around the distant future? Okay. Held. May you feel the ocean's caress. May you feel the ocean's caress. This is all about being confident, being stable, right? And also feeling secure, even though you guys know that the ocean moves, very, very, what's the word? Very, very fast or at a high rate of speed. Like the ocean can travel very quickly. It's not always a very smooth journey, but it's all about feeling held, feeling like you're in place, no matter how crazy, no matter how high the tides may get, right? Or no matter like whatever takes place, you are being held and able to flow, right? and the ocean's movements will feel like a caress to you. You know what I mean? It's all about feeling protected even through the drama, right? So I feel like you're going to be headed in the distant future. You are going to be at a place where you are so confident, right? And where you're going to be so anchored, right? In where you are, that you're not going to be emotionally able to like be moved, right? You're going to be in a very emotionally or emotionally stable environment. Okay. So that's beautiful. So is there any, let's see, is there any new love coming in the near or distant future? Is there any new love coming in the near or distant future? So let's see. I'm just going to pull a few random oracle messages. Is there new love coming in the near or distant future? Okay, so I pulled 3. So we have bliss, okay, Agbawe, bliss, and this is Major Arcana 21. I believe this is the world. Okay. I believe it is the world, if I'm not mistaken. And this is all about an end of a cycle. Okay. This is all about the end of a cycle. This also is also talking about something happening outside of a situation. So something external happening, something that you can't control, right? That can represent one cycle is ending and a new cycle is beginning. Okay, so let's see here. Ooh la la, we have passion, baby. So it says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And you see joy right here. Do you see that? Okay. And that is coming in the near future. I pulled the near and distant future for you, and you have joy. And here it is right here. Okay. It says, allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So in the near future, joy is going to be coming in the way of passion, which is marking the end of a cycle. And this has been a very frustrating cycle for you, might I add, okay? Because you have been solo going on your healing journey. You know, you've been alone. You have been alone. This is changing. Look, it says cut down. Cutting out separation, stop the pattern, and silent treatment. So again, this is all about something is ending. There is something that is, this is all about cutting the cord on a situation, right? You're closing out a cycle. So you can only be because you're starting a new one. There's something new that is coming in. Let's see, let's pull some more oracle messages for you here. And then we'll look at the tarot. Look, wish fulfillment. We got wish here. And look, Closing the cycle again, you guys. Oh my God. It's like 3 times my ears are ringing so badly. Wish fulfillment, closing this cycle. There is someone new that is coming in. And this is going to mark the ending of this cycle. Like you're going to know. Wow. So there is new love coming in, and it's coming in the near future. That's why we had joy here. Oh my God. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, wow. Let's look at the tarot messages. So once after this silent treatment, like I said, after have had this separation for some time and healing, right? You are going to heal. You are closing out the cycle and you are making sure the cycle is closed, which is why it came out again. Okay, we got the world, right? And we got closing the cycle, which I said that is what you were doing. And then we got passion, which had joy in it. And I asked if it was the near or distant future. And I just pulled the near and distant future before it. So I looked down and it said joy. So that is, again, how I read tarot. That is how the messages come together. That is how everything works together, you guys, for the good of the collective, right? It's all take it how it resonates with you and your energy. So let's pull the tarot messages here because this is gorgeous. Is there new love coming in the near distant future? Definitely, I'm seeing yes. So we got a couple cards here. I'm just going to get one more. Okay. Look at that, honey. Knight of Pentacles. And look, yes, yes, and yes. Look at this. Wish fulfillment. Look, 9 of Cups, y'all. And look, wish fulfillment. I don't make this stuff up, y'all. I don't make it up. I just ask questions and then I just pull cards and just, we go from there. You take it how it resonates. And we have the 3 of Wands. So yes, moving forward in the near future. This is happening. This is just starting to happen. Moving forward, the 3 of Wands, just starting. And this is someone who is coming in with an offer, baby, a reliable offer, someone who wants to take their time as well. All right. Someone who is trustworthy, reliable. Listen, y'all. Oh my gosh. Under the deck, look, we have the 2 of Swords. Okay. This is all about this cut off, this separation, cutting out, right? Ending this, making a decision to cut off the past, but there's something that you don't see, right? This decision you're making is by cutting off the past and, having that period where you're healing here. There you go. There you are, sitting on their throne, healing, supportive, healing energy. And look what we have, the Fool, the new beginning. What did I tell you? This is beautiful. This is freaking gorgeous, Cancer. This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Look at this. 7 of Pentacles, right? There's just an energy of this is what you should expect. This is coming. Temperance. And we have the freaking Empress, y'all. I'm done. This was absolutely, look at this. So do expect healing, do expect new love, do expect it to come in the near future, right? And it's going to be after this period of separation, right? So I'm going to come back and we're going to do Cancer versus all 12 signs. So hold on to your horses. I'll be right back. One moment. All right, guys, we're going to run through these really quick. We're going to go through Aries, starting with Aries, all the way through Pisces, okay? And we will start with an oracle message, and then we will pull from the tarot deck here. Okay, so Cancer is dealing with an Aries here. So we have laughter. Under the deck, we have losing interest. So there is someone that I feel like when you met this person, you know, they started off as somebody they may have made you laugh at first. You know, you thought this person might have been interesting. But after a period of time, you're going to start to lose interest. Okay. So someone that you used to have fun with, you know, it's not going to be a long lasting situation here. So we have the Two of Cups, okay? And under the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So there could be someone new. Okay, so if there is someone that you were, you know, thinking that everything was going well in this connection, and all of a sudden this person is starting to lose interest, it's because there is a new opportunity. This person has moved on. They have a new love interest here. Okay, so this could be you, or this could be Aries. Okay, moving on to Taurus. We have crush. Under the deck, we have arguments. All right, so this is also an energy of a connection that went really quick and ended just as quickly. This could be someone that, you know, you were really crushing on, or you really were liking this person. Maybe it started really quick. This also could represent Ace of Wands energy, a lot of passion in the beginning. You may even have situation where there's a one night stand and it's going to end in arguments. Okay. We have two cards here, both in the reverse. So we have the moon in the reverse, and we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So this is all about someone who is done something foolish, or they feel as though they've done something foolish. Okay. The moon in the reverse. This is all about someone who feels as though there's been some deception. You know what I mean? This is like someone who feels like they've been deceived, but their eyes are opening and they're seeing the truth, right? They're seeing the truth and they're feeling like they've made a bad decision. And this is going to lead to an argument. You could even find out that your person may be having some sort of feelings or about someone else, or, you know, there's something that's happening that's causing an argument, okay, with someone, and it's about some sort of a new crush or emotion or some sort of feeling that this person is having, right? That's just kind of coming up out of nowhere. Under the deck, we have the Six of Cups. Okay. So there is someone from the past, or this could be an old friend. Someone is coming around and they're causing an argument, or there's some sort of argument that's taking place between you and your person because of some sort of old friend. This person may be crushing on your person, or you may know this person has some sort of feelings or something going on. Something is causing arguments between you and your person, and it has something to do with someone from their past. Okay. All right. Moving on to Gemini. Okay. I don't know why those cards wanted to come out like that, but we'll take them. So we have abusive and we have boundaries here. Under the deck, we have balance. So there could be a situation where, you know, you were in an abusive situation, or, you know, you were in an abusive relationship in the past, and with boundaries, balance under the deck, I feel like, you know, you have, you know, now you have a new, you have You've declared new boundaries for yourself, right? Which has brought balance and peace into your life, right? Because of the boundaries that you have set, you no longer deal with abusive types, you know what I'm saying? Like you did in the past. Okay. So look at this. Is this deck? I'm like, is this in the reverse? So we have the Nine of Cups in the reverse here. Okay. So this is an energy of, something, not seeing something beneath the surface, right? Being superficial or looking at things just on the surface, not looking, taking a closer look. And I feel like you are doing that now. I feel like in the past that you were kind of looking at things in a very superficial manner. You weren't looking at things, beneath the surface, right? And now you are doing that now, right? Now you're doing this, and this is helping. Look, with the Four of Swords, you've healed, right? This is all about balance. This is about temperance here. The Four of Swords is all about balance, okay? It's all about doing things, taking your time, right? Taking your time. And also, there's balance here because why? You're keeping everyone on the outside that you need, that all that noise, all of that, you know what I'm saying, pressure from the outside, you're keeping it outside and you're balancing your energy. You're drawing boundaries around yourself. Do you see what I'm saying here? Which is keeping you in a place of peace. Okay. All right, moving on to Cancer. Cancer is dealing with another Cancer. We have perfect match, and under the deck, I'm ready. So, Cancers, if you are dealing with another Cancer, this is someone that you feel is your wish fulfillment. You feel like you're suited to be with this person. This may be someone that is new, but you feel like this is a connection you are ready to move forward with. You know what I mean? You're ready to put it all out there for this person. This person, you feel like this person is just perfect for you, and you're ready to see what it is to be in a relationship or to have a future. Eight of Pentacles and the Sun. You are confident. You have been working on yourself. There's an energy of working on yourself. All right. Or with the Eight of Pentacles, putting in some sort of work or focusing on something. And with the Sun, this is all about being confident, feeling good about moving forward here. Right? Beautiful. All right. Cancers and Leo. Cancer and Leo. So we have soulmate and cheating. Okay, so Cancers, if you're dealing with the Leo, this person is cheating. This is someone who is married or in a commitment. So be careful. Be careful. Tell me about Cancer and Leo. So in the reverse, look, we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So this is all about, wanting to fix things, right? Wanting to heal a situation. Okay. Something has happened, right? Something has happened and it's wanting forgiveness, right? Someone has cheated, but this is your soulmate. This is someone who looks at you as you are their soulmate, but they have done something wrong. They've been unfaithful here. All right. Under the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. All right. So this is somebody who's coming in saying that they're sorry. They made a mistake. This is someone saying that you can trust them. This is they're saying you can count on them, that they're going to be there. This is someone who is coming in as also, that Knight of Pentacles I look at as being fairly honest and reliable, right? But with that Seven of Cups here, this is confusing. This person is giving mixed signals here. They're giving mixed signals. So sorry if you're dealing with that. Leo. Tell me about Virgo here. Cancer's dealing with a Virgo. I don't know what I was doing. I put two V's instead of an B and an L for Libra. I don't know. Tell me about Cancer and Virgo. Cancer and Virgo. You're hot. Also giving me Ace of Wands with loser here. Okay, so Cancers, if you're dealing with a Virgo, there's someone who's coming on too hot and heavy, and it's like this person is turning you off, right? There's an energy of this person is coming in too hot and heavy, okay? Moving too fast, too quick, okay? Too far, too fast, and it's making you uncomfortable. See, we have the Five of Swords, okay? First card out, Five of Swords. This is someone who's coming in, I feel like, just being too much. This is about being intimidated, right? Feeling intimidated by this person, somebody who likes to play with your head a lot. Under the deck here, we have the Queen of Wands. See, this is someone who is coming in very confident, someone who's coming in very sure about themselves, sure about what it is they want, and they're going after it, even though it's affecting you, even though it's intimidating. You see what I'm saying? This is someone who's very sure of themselves, and it comes across to you as being intimidating. You know what I mean? Controlling. We have the Emperor here coming in behind that Queen of Wands. This is someone who is very sure of themselves, very controlling. So just kind of be careful with that energy there, okay? I'm just saying. Moving on to Libra. Moving on to Libra. So we have vulnerability here. Under the deck, we have friend zone. All right, so if you're dealing with the Libra, I feel like this may be someone who is I'm getting an energy of somebody who is not they're coming in like they're coming in too much, like too much. Is someone who's being very clingy. When I get vulnerable, it's not an energy of just someone who doesn't know. I'm just getting someone who really has not been in a lot of relationships, right? And as soon as this person is in a relationship, they get very, very, very clingy. It even says, I love how I can completely be myself around you, right? And then we have friend zone, okay? So this is someone who may be moving a little bit faster than the other person. I think we're better off just being friends. So this also may be an energy of someone who's kind of scaring the other person, right? They're kind of like, whoa, you might want to slow down a little bit. We have the Page of Cups, okay? This is someone who is in their head. This is someone who is, very, very in their head, in their emotions, thinking about love, thinking about how it would be to be in love, but just not really very rational, right? Underneath the deck, we have the Three of Cups. This is just friends. This is someone who just wants to be friends. They just want something casual. They're not looking to fall in love, be in love. They're not going in depth. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're not really as into it as the other person, right? It's just, I'm just not that into you vibes. I'm just not that into you right now vibes. That's what I'm getting. All right, tell me about Scorpio. We have friends with benefits. Sounds like Scorpio. Under the deck, connection. Okay. So if you are hooking up with a Scorpio, beware this person is just wanting to be friends with benefits. They are not looking for any long term connection. They're just wanting something quick and that's it. They're on to the next. Okay. Quick and on to the next. Tell me about Cancer and Scorpio. Cancer and Scorpio. Cancer and Scorpio. And we have the Magician. Okay. This is someone who comes in very, very persuasive. Also, someone who, they use what they got to get what they want, pretty much. Underneath the deck, we have the Tower. And with the Tower, I feel like things are going to change very quickly. This person will switch up. They just want to be friends with benefits. They just want to come in, do what they do, and then they're gone. You know what I'm saying? And this is, you need to be aware of this, okay? Be aware. Don't be fooled by this person, right? They have one agenda. And once they get what they want, they're gone. Okay. Moving on to Sagittarius. Cancer is dealing with a Sagittarius. So we have family and mixed signals. So Cancer, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, I feel like this may be someone who, when you first meet this person or when you first get into the connection, they were all about having a family. But I feel like this person may be giving mixed signals. Whenever you talk about it, this person may change the subject. They may, want to talk about something else. There's something about, whatever this person may have led you to believe. Now they're completely making you feel like it wasn't true or like they were just telling you something here. Tell me about family and mixed signals. Okay, so look, we have the 10 of Swords in the reverse. All right, so this talks about an energy of someone who is getting back together. This talks about healing a connection or a relationship. Underneath the deck, we have the 9 of Wands. Okay, so this person may have even alluded that they had ended a connection or they were coming out of a relationship. Okay. But with the 9 of Wands, this is an energy of someone who is, they're working it out or they're not going anywhere. Someone is still around. Yeah, we have the 6 of Pentacles, and this is all about being surprised or something being very one-sided. Yeah, there's someone who's still around that you are going to find out about, or someone that you're not aware of that is still in the picture here. Okay. So the connection may have ended, but there's there's an energy of someone that is still around here. This connection is not truly over with. Okay. So tell me about Capricorn. Cancer dealing with a Capricorn. Cancer and Capricorn. We got catfish and jealousy. All right. So somebody is, I feel there's an energy of somebody who's pretending to be someone else to try to get information. Somebody is jealous of either you or your person, but with catfish, I feel like someone is pretending to be you or pretending to be your person to get information, right? Or vice versa. So take that how it resonates. Let's see here. Tell me about Cancer dealing with a Capricorn, please. We have the Four of Wands. This could be twin flame energy. This could be someone's making a promise, but they're with catfish here, it could be whatever promise is being made, it's being made under false pretenses. Under the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. This is all about new love. This is all about new love. So someone, oh, okay. So Cancer, if you're dealing with a Capricorn, be careful. If you are in a new relationship, there's somebody who's jealous. I don't know if it's somebody that you were in a relationship previously or somebody that this person was in a relationship. There's someone who's jealous and they're catfishing or pretending to be you to try to create some sort of issue between you and this person. This is crazy, but that is what I'm getting here. Look, we got the Five of Wands. I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now. This is someone who is a new, someone who's coming into a relationship with you and your person. This is a new relationship, but this is someone from the past. And they're coming in trying to start problems. They're coming in trying to start a fight. You have the Page of Wands here. Y'all, I can't even make this up. They're trying to come in to stir up jealousy. They're coming in to make your person think maybe that you're cheating with them, or they're coming in. There's going to be something catfish going on. I don't know if they're going to send some sort of fake pictures, some AI. I don't know. Beware, be careful. Wow. Tell me about Cancers and Aquarius. Tell me about Cancer and Aquarius. And somebody could be doing that to your person, so just be careful. We have incompatible, pretty much, and player. Yeah, pretty much. Cancers, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, just don't. Just don't, Cancer. Okay, this isn't the connection for you. All right. You and this person are completely incompatible. This person is a player. They are not looking or ready to settle down. You know, they're a bit of a rolling stone here. Yeah, you have the Two of Pentacles here, and it's in the reverse. Okay, this is all about lack of balance. Somebody who's very disorganized, they're all over the place, right? More than one person, right? They're focused on too many things to the point where they can't concentrate on one thing. Under the deck, Ace of Wands. I told you their thingy is all up in the middle of it. This is just someone who cannot control their emotions and they do what they do. We have the Justice card behind the scenes here. Yeah. Yeah. Don't trust this Aquarius, baby. incompatible, and they are a player. All right, so moving on to Pisces. Cancer is dealing with a Pisces. And then I'll close out the reading. All right, we have together in the reverse, and we have no spark. Okay, so Cancers, if you're dealing with the Pisces, you're probably not anymore, or you're not going to be soon, right? This connection is ending with no spark here under the deck. Someone is just not feeling chemistry, or they have completely lost interest in the other person. Okay. Yeah, the chemistry just isn't there. So we have 10 of Cups. Aw. So either you were married, or you were in a commitment, or you were living with this person. Under the deck, we have the 10 of Wands. Yeah. Burnt out. There's an energy of burnt out. This is, this is terrible. This is absolutely no spark. This is the 10 of Wands. Y'all, no spark is like a description of the 10 of Wands. Okay. If you want the definition of the 10 of Wands, it's no spark, y'all. That is freaking crazy. And if you want the definition of, together in the reverse, and you see the 10 of Cups, okay, somebody is moving out, or you used to live with this person, or you were married to this person, or are married to someone, and out of the blue, or it's like seemingly out of nowhere, this person is not feeling it anymore. And I'm sorry if this is you. And it may be you that doesn't feel it anymore for your person. So I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed the message. I am opening this up to all of the collective. This is going to be a collective deep dive extended message for you, Cancer. And I'll just do like a collective deep dive, and Cancer versus all 12 signs will be the title. I love you guys so much, and I will see you on the next one. Take care of your person, you guys, and take care of yourself. All right. I'll see you later. Bye.